Do you remember when learning felt like magic? Like finding out why the sky is blue or how magnets just work? No pressure, no deadlines, just pure wonder. But now, learning feels like trying to run through quicksand. You sit down to focus, and suddenly your brain is like, hey, let's clean the fridge, check Instagram, and rethink your entire life plan instead. What happened? When did something so naturally exciting turn into a mental chore? Well, learning isn't dead. It's just been hijacked, stuck inside a painfully boring box of grades, deadlines, and performance. But we're about to break it open with real science. Your brain has something called the dopaminergic reward system. It's what makes things feel fun, motivating, and worth your time. Learning used to trigger that system, especially when it helped us survive. Think cavemen learning to make fire, or modern kids figuring out how to unlock a smartphone before they can speak. But then school and work came along. Learning got boxed in, predictable, pressured, performance based. And guess what? That shuts down dopamine and lights up something else instead. Your amygdala, the part of your brain wired for fear and stress. So instead of, wow, this is fascinating, it becomes, what if I fail? When we learn out of curiosity, our brain releases dopamine. It feels good, like a little high five from your neurons. But when learning is tied to grades, deadlines, or expectations, that same reward system barely activates. Sometimes it shuts down completely. From a physics standpoint, energy always follows the path of least resistance. And it's the same deal with your brain. So if watching a 10-second reel gives you faster dopamine than reading one dense paragraph, your brain's going to vote for the reel. Not because you're lazy, but because that's literally how energy efficiency works. Here's the wild part though. You can hack this system. But before we get there, if something's clicking in your brain right now, drop your weirdest curiosity in the comments. Seriously, what's one question you've always wondered about? Because that's where the magic starts. See, studies on neuroplasticity show that your brain reshapes itself based on what you pay attention to. It means you can retrain your reward system, not with gold stars or grade pressure, but with novelty, with real, personal meaning. Your brain is plastic, not like a bottle, but like soft clay. When you follow what genuinely sparks your interest, those neural pathways get stronger. The more curious you are, the more enjoyable learning becomes. It starts to feel effortless again. So you don't need more discipline. You need a spark. And instead of giving you a step-by-step solution or a boring checklist, let me give you a thought experiment to keep the curiosity alive. What if you approached learning like a scientist, not a student? No tests, no pressure, just curiosity and observation. Instead of, I have to study this book, ask yourself, what don't I get about this yet? And why might that matter in real life? Instead of binging 5 videos you'll forget by dinner, pause after one and ask, what part of that was actually cool? That tiny shift flips your brain back into explore mode. And it brings dopamine back into the game. Not through rewards, but through recognition and novelty. That's how your brain loves to learn. So today, don't start with a to-do list. Start with a question, a real one, even if it's weird. Like, what would happen if the sun just disappeared? Or why do we get déjà vu? Or what actually happens in your brain when you fall in love? Follow that trail, not for productivity, for play. And if you want more videos where we break down real science in a way that actually makes sense, hit subscribe. See you next one.